Hello, welcome back to No Pick Mishas Allowed. So apparently, modern women are the new prostitutes. All because we're asking men to pay majority of the bills and take us on quality dates and get us nice things so they can show us that they're worth the pain and the time. We are prostitutes, we are escorts. High-end escorts. I've heard that too. It's interesting to me when women were giving out their love for free, no one batted their eyelash because it was expected of a woman to bear the burden of the home, bear the burden of a man's emotions, bear the burden of the finances. And no one batted an eyelash, not even the church. I saw my grandmother work tirelessly overnights, complain. She was overweight, stressed out, diabetes, screaming over dumb things all the time, the typical black woman, right? And her baby daddy boyfriend at the time, you know what he does? You know how he thanks her? He goes to Jamaica, impregnates a woman, have a baby. So that happens, right? That's pretty terrible, right? You think so, right? And so we move into a house. Okay. He just moves everything. He just moves back with us like nothing ever happened, right? And so he goes and files for his outside child without even telling my grandmother, and just brings her back to the States. And till this day, that girl is still living in the house. They're not together, but she's still taking care of that little girl. I don't know how she does it. It couldn't be me. It would never be me. It would never be me. And I know how people say, "Oh, don't say it will never." It will never be me. My ego is way too big. My ego is way too big for that shit to happen to me. And then I stay. No. And so she cooked, she cleaned, she got the house by herself without his help. And still, this man still cheated on her. Even when he went out there and had a whole kid, she still let it go. She's still hurt, but she still let it go. And he's still cheating on her. Obviously, they're broken up, but I'm just talking about the series of things he's done to her. And so, ladies, please don't think that the more you sacrifice for a man means the more he'll love you. Especially when it comes to black men. They just see you as a sacrificial lamb. They just see it as it's your duty to sacrifice for them. They see it as that they're worthy. That they're special because you're doing the backbreaking work. No longer will we take crumbs and call it a loaf of bread. I want your standards so high that God himself can see it. That's how high I want these standards. Actually, the standards aren't high enough. The standards need to be risen higher enough. And don't worry about that, oh my God, the men will be angry. Listen, there will always be pick-me-shas to give them some free pum-pum when needed. They will always have a place to ejaculate because there will always be low-standard women in this world waiting for a man, any man, to satisfy their needs. And so, ladies, the standards are high enough. You need to be the top escort in the entire world. You need to be the best escort they've ever seen. Make sure they pay first. PayPal. There's so many forms of payments. Cash App. Checks, I wouldn't take checks. Direct deposit is always the best according to Shira 7. And so, yeah, if they think that we're escorts, let's really show them what an escort is. But no more leaving relationships with bag under your eyes, bald headed, overweight, loss of self, low self-esteem. Let's come out with a house, some land, some money, some great, powerful connections. Let's come out these relationships with something that we can use. And let's stop coming out these relationships with babies and heartaches and bitterness. Because at the end of the day, men are not dealing with you because you have a great personality. It's because of what you have between your legs, and it's because of the labor that you give them. So start putting a price to yourself, because nothing in life is for free, and you can't pay the rent with love. Anyways, bye, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe and like for more.